You are watching Morning Musings with Reinhard von Hennigs, Chairman and Founder of Bridgehouse Law in Charlotte, North Carolina.
What are INCOTERMS? Hello, this is Reinhard von Hennigs. And in the world of INCOTERMS, there are a lot of acronyms, so be ready for that. INCOTERMS are international commercial terms, that's the abbreviation for that. They are globally recognized terms to identify who is doing what. They are established by the International Chamber of Commerce, ICC, and they define the mutual obligations. What does the buyer have to do in a commercial transaction globally? What does the seller have to do? How does a product be shipped from place A to place B? The terms are defining the responsibility for shipping, insurance, customs duties, and very often, very important, the risk between the parties. When does the risk pass? Among these terms, DDP, delivered duty paid, has been under recent scrutiny in light of the global changes of the tariff market, because DDP is the maximum responsibility for the seller. It requires the seller to cover all costs, which means also the customs duties and tax at the port when the product enters the market. So what are the pitfalls of DDP in the US market? First of all, there is at this time an uncontrollable tariff landscape. The US trade environment is very dynamic, fluctuating tariffs. One day they go up, one day they go down, one day they are set out for another 30 days. It makes it very hard to identify what the tariff will be when your ship or when the ship with your good will land in one of the US seaports. It is under DDP that the seller has to bear the burden, the full burden of any future unpredictable costs. Therefore, second, sales tax and nexus issues are also related to that. If DDP requires you to deliver the good into a certain US state, you may be triggering inadvertently obligations for state tariffs, state taxes, value-added taxes, however it's called, in that state. Plus, you have the filing requirements. But what can I do otherwise? There are smarter alternatives. And of course, free on board is one of those, FOB, which we may know. Delivered at place could be the one which could be a great alternative. DAP, which means the seller delivers a good to a specified location, but the buyer handles the import duties and the customs clearance. Especially in light of unclear tariffs, this may be a good idea. Free carrier, FCA, could also work. This allows you, as the seller, to transfer the risk and responsibility much earlier on in the process, minimizing your exposure for foreign taxes and for foreign legal complications. The easiest, of course, the one which everybody who manufactures goods likes, is EXWorks, EXW, which means the buyer assumes the maximum responsibility, making it the safest option for all sellers to bring a product abroad. If you think about a global market, INCOTERMS are necessary. INCOTERMS impacts the operational efficiency because with INCOTERMS you know what you're getting, and more important, the buyer knows what they are getting. If you are thinking about smart logistics situations right now, my big takeaway is look into your contracts, look into your most recent deals, and make sure that you are not subject to DDP. Because if you want to proactively play the tariff market, that's a good strategy to look into. What are the INCOTERMS? What do they matter for my transaction? And how I can continue to trade globally with confidence.
Whether you're a private citizen, an international business leader, or simply someone eager to stay on top of the latest news, this book is a great way to get caught up on the most recent developments in the worlds of international business, tax, politics, and social affairs. Go to morningmusings.com and order your copy today.
Thank you for joining us today. If you would like more information about Bridgehouse Law, please visit our website at bridgehouse.law. Before you go, Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more up-to-date content. Bridgehouse Law. Business-minded, client-focused.